clips, like you see how like man him was talking and then somebody else talked like in his crew. That's what get me up. Like that's what made me like. I always want to prove to somebody that I'm. Now I promise you, you better leave them home. You better leave the females home. On my mother, you better leave the females home and the kids. On my mother. Yeah, now watch this. Now watch. Name for him.
What?
I say name for him.
You said name? Yeah.
What's your response to that, Lamont?
Look, he got scared. Look, he looked at night.
I'm telling him, you saying you going down in the night?
Little clips like you see how like me and him was talking and then somebody else talked like his crew. That's what get me up, like that's what make me like I always want to prove to somebody that I'm like time is ticking, but it may be ticking for Lamont Roach faster than it is for all of us. Roach is about to step in the ring against an undefeated boxer with 28 knockouts, well known as the face of boxing, and the man who has beaten him before twice, and even if the psychological weight of facing Tank is not enough, Tank has been adding more fuel from his short word warnings. And I promise you now, I promise you, you better leave them home. You better leave the females home. On my mother, you better leave the females home and the kids. On my mother. Now watch this, now watch. They beat Lamont Roach. Might be confident of his skills, saying all this does not threaten him, but deep down he knows he might be the 29th KO on Tank's resume, and Tank made that clear in another morning from the recent press conference. I say N round, what I say neen round, you say night. Yeah, what's your response to that, Lamont? Look, he got scared. Look, he looked that night. I'm telling you, saying you going down in a night. While some boxing fans may not view this fight as a blockbuster event, there's an interesting number of insiders who believe Roach could be the perfect opponent to test Davis. Known as the Reaper, Roach has built a reputation as a fighter who is capable of surprising his opponents with his power and skill, which Tank has even talked about. There's even talk that Roach could pull off a massive upset. If that happens, big if it would send shock waves throughout the boxing world, further elevating Roach's career while putting a damper on Davis's final chapter. One thing he actually took this fight for the Nia is, and all this and all the people talk about the fight, I think he actually took the fight cause he know that I'm a dog. And he want to prove his skills against the dog. So I'm going show y'all what happens when two dogs get in the ring together. And this fight has not come together easily. There were numerous delays leading up to the announcement, which tested the patience of fans and fueled speculation that the fight might never happen. At one point Davis even went so far as to announce that the fight had been cancelled, much to the disappointment of boxing fans worldwide. However, things have since settled and both fighters are now deep in preparation mode. They're training hard, focusing on their game plans and gearing up for what is shaping up to be one of the most highly anticipated bouts of the year. But even with the fight officially back on, Davis couldn't resist stirring up some heat. He just recently posted a cryptic message on X that left fans worried and confused. See, little big bro coming out with the upset. A lot of people are going to pick Tank going into that fight, but how do you see that playing out? I see my brother walking out victorious, like there's no doubt, not cause that's my brother, but because I've seen him in the GY. Davis's post on X read, fighting for my life. Those 4 words immediately caught the attention of his millions of followers, setting off a storm of speculation. What exactly did he mean by that? Was he talking about a personal struggle such as mental health issues, or was he referring to the intensity of his training camp and how much this fight means to him? The ambiguity left fans scrambling for answers. Yes, during the recent press conference leading up to the fight, Davis shed a little light on what he's been going through. He opened up about how the demands of boxing have taken a toll on his mental well-being. Boxing's been my life, but it's weighing heavy on me now. I'm thinking more about my family than the ring these days, he admitted. For years Davis has been seen as one of the toughest fighters in the game, but even the strongest champion have their breaking points. His honesty struck a chord with many fans who understand just how much pressure comes with being at the top of the sport, just overall being something that he's not been in the ring with. I'm the total package, and honestly sometimes I think he doubt himself, but I'm a competitor and I feel like I'm the best. So I'm sure when he talks about you not bringing your family, what goes through your mind when you hear him say that? I ain't worried about that. In the hours following his cryptic post, Dav's social media comments were flooded with messages from concerned fans. One fan wrote, "That sounds scary," capturing the general unease that many felt after seeing the tweet. Another fan tried to offer encouragement, writing, "Keep fighting, champ," in hopes of lifting Davis's spirits. These types of supportive comments have become common whenever Davis shares something deeply personal, as his fan base has developed a close bond with him over the years. They've witnessed his highs and lows and are now rallying behind him once again. Hey, get another fan echoed what many were thinking, writing, damn, that's cryptic. The vagueness of Davis's message left a lot of room for interpretation, and many fans couldn't help but wonder what he was really trying to say. Was it a warning that something was wrong, or was it just a reflection of his determination to give his all in this fight? Whatever the case, fans were left on edge, eager for more information. One fan showing genuine concern for Davis's well-being wrote, "Stay safe, champ," followed by a second comment, "Keep going." No, I think Lamont Roach is a terrific fighter. He might be a little over his head with Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is, I mean, to say the least, he's a beast. He really is. He's a tremendous fighter. Despite all the speculation, Davis didn't let the conversation linger in uncertainty for too long. Shortly after posting his cryptic message, he shared another update 4 weeks away. This short and direct statement seemed to indicate that Davis was fully focused on the upcoming fight. Whatever emotional or mental hurdles he may be dealing with, he appears ready to channel that energy into his performance in the ring. This fight carries added significance because Davis has already announced that 2025 will be his final year in the sport. That means every fight from now on is part of his farewell tour. Fans are expecting Davis to go out on a high note, and he seems determined to leave behind a legacy that cements his place among the greats. This could be one of his last chances to prove himself, and he's preparing to give it everything he's got. It's the wrestling fight, you know what I'm saying, because Roach always he come to fight, and I think it's a great fight. Everybody talking all that stuff about, oh, why Roach, cause he took the fight, you get what I'm saying, and it's good for the community. The tension between Davis and Lamont Roach reached a boiling point during the press conference for the fight, as the two fighters traded verbal jabs. Davis suddenly exploded with an intense warning directed at his opponent. "I will tear you apart," he shouted, making it clear that he has no intention of taking this fight lightly. This outburst wasn't just trash talk, it was a declaration of war. Roach, however, was not intimidated. "You've been running scared for months, and now it's time to back those words up." Roach responded with equal intensity. The exchange showcased just how personal this fight has become. Davis, known for his fiery temperament, is clearly feeling the pressure, but Roach is determined to prove that he's not just another name on Davis's resume. "Beat his ass for real, be quiet, don't give." The press conference ended without any physical altercations, but the verbal battle left a lasting impression. Fans and analysts are now more excited than ever to see how this fight will play out. Will Davis's anger translate into a dominant performance, or will Roach use that emotion against him? The mental game is just as important as the physical one, and both fighters are playing it to perfection. Throughout his career, Davis has built a loyal fan base that has stood by him through thick and thin. They've seen him rise to fame with knockout victories and watched as he navigated personal struggles outside the ring. This latest saga is just another chapter in Davis's complex story, and his fans are ready to support him every step of the way. No one's been able to solve Tank Davis. What do you need to do to together with you and your team, and obviously your son, to score that victory? We got a game plan, we going to execute it, we going to get that head bob, and we be one fan expressing confidence in Davis's ability to overcome any obstacle. Wrote, "Tank's been through worse, he'll come out of this stronger." Another added, "This fight's going to be special, you can see it in his eyes." These comments reflect the deep connection that Davis has with his fans. They don't just see him as a boxer, they see him as a fighter in every sense of the word. With less than 4 weeks until fight night, anticipation for the bout is heating up. The battle is set for March 1st at Barclays Center in Brooklyn, and both fighters are ramping up the intensity. Training videos and bold statements have only added fuel to the fire. However, despite all the hype, not everyone is convinced this fight will deliver what fans truly want. Could it be that this is just another match aimed at keeping Davis busy rather than pushing him to his limits? You can't see who it is who is the dude, and that right there is why Gervonta. Lamont Roach Jr. recently made waves with his confident prediction of an upset after Premier Boxing Champions posted a promotional clip of Davis on Instagram. Roach reshared it with the caption, "Upset alert." This bold claim has stirred up debate in the boxing community. Roach's record stands at an impressive 25-1 with 10 Ks, and while he's earned respect in the super featherweight division, he has yet to face an opponent of Davis'